Now, ladies and gentlemen, I got some breaking news. It may not be breaking to y'all, but it's breaking to me. My goodness, this is what I've been waiting for, and I'm going to say it here, and I'm going to say it here now. They better protect this woman. You know, I know she's in jail for some very, very evil things, but if she is willing and ready, they better, I don't know how, but she's been in there I forgot how long she's been in there, but I think she's serving 20 years. All right. And I ain't heard really nothing about her while she's been in there. But I'm telling you this right now. If all of a sudden something happened, man. So I always struggle pronouncing her first name. So I'm going to just say Epstein's accomplice, like Maxwell. Y'all know her name. Offers to testify before Congress. This is huge. Huge. It kind of remind me of the Diddy trial, how everybody was waiting for his right-hand woman, Christina Quorum, to testify. Now, I'm going to say this. What will she say? And what, like, I'm just wondering, did someone talk to her, coach her through this, tell her what to say? Are they going to, give her less time? Or is she going to actually give up some names? This is huge. Please comment below on what you guys think about this. We ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
While the pressure builds around Justice Department officials, the Daily Mail is reporting that a source close to Ghislaine Maxwell says she is willing and eager to appear before Congress if she's asked to testify.
Willing and eager. And what do you mean if she's asked? Why haven't they? This should have been one of the first things, right? I think we all were saying that back when he went to jail, before we all know what happened. But yeah, they should have. This is crazy. Boy, I'm telling you, it is spooky hours, y'all. Things are finna get extremely weird and crazy.
About the elusive Epstein client list.
That's right. Maxwell has Epstein's and was Epstein's closest confidant. She was convicted back in 2022 for her involvement in his illicit lifestyle in New York and in Palm Beach, as well on his private island.
CBS 12's I-Team Chief Mike Magnolia is live with us in the studio with more on these developments surrounding Maxwell. Mike?
So Liz, Luli, here's a question. If Maxwell were to appear before Congress and if President Trump is on that Epstein client list, would that torpedo her chances for a presidential pardon? Now, this is all speculation. The Daily Mail isn't naming their source, but when...
Oh, man. A presidential pardon. So if she's in jail and she's like, yo, I'm ready to testify, I'm ready to talk, since they don't want to let y'all know, I'll let y'all know. Is Trump going to step in and be like, hey, I said if something happens to her while she's in jail, or all of a sudden she's getting pardoned, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Matrix. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think of the pardon. Oh, is she being slick and slide, knowing that if he's possibly on this list that she will get pardoned? Oh. Dang.
I sat down with Jeffrey Epstein's former lawyer, Alan Dershowitz. We talked about Maxwell. I'm going to play that for you in its entirety. But first, there was a question about the death of Epstein. Much is being made about the just-released jail tape and how there is 1 minute of missing footage. What happened to him?
Either he was helped by people in the prison to come, and I don't know the answer to that question. I think it'd be very hard to get people into a prison, and especially that Monday, they were going to be arguing for his bail, and he had a good chance of getting bail. And the biggest mistake he made, just forget about the terrible things he did, he was living nicely in Paris, and he couldn't have been extradited from Paris. And he came to the United States, and his lawyers, I had stopped being his lawyer 10 years earlier, but his lawyers apparently didn't give him sufficient warning that he might be under investigation. I never would have encouraged him to come back to the country because we knew they were out to get him, and for good reason.
What if Ghislaine came to you, asked for help?
Listen to what he said. Knowing what he's been convicted of and all that, he said, I would have never advised him to come. So I'm going to have to trim out some words, apologies, because, they say the S word, allegedly what he did to himself while he was in jail. But the lawyer is saying he don't think he did it alone, saying that he think someone helped him, saying that it would be difficult to get people in there, like bring people in to do it. I'm like, man, you just don't know. You just don't know. But I'm gonna have to trim that out. But just hearing him say that he should have stayed in Paris where they couldn't have touched him, in his mind, he probably thought he was invincible. Like there's no way they're gonna arrest me. Wow.
I would help her. I think she has been mistreated. I think her sentence is way, way, way too long. And I would hope that the president might consider commuting her sentence.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Talk more.
Well, she was a victim as well. I mean, she was a perpetrator and a victim, both. She was his partner, but...
Did you ever meet her? You've met her.
Yeah, I've met her a number of times. I met her before I knew Jeffrey Epstein. I met her through her father and her mother.
Yeah.
I knew her through her English connections and through her Israeli connections.
Do you think because he's dead and gone now, we as a culture need a fall guy?
Absolutely.
And it's going to be her?
Oh, I think if he hadn't died, she never would have suffered the consequences she'd suffered. And the idea of such a long sentence that she would, possibly even die in prison.
But she was right by his side, allegedly, while all this stuff was going on. Even helping recruit. Am I tripping? But again, boy, this is wild, man.
It is much, much disproportionate to what is alleged against her.
Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence in a federal facility in Tallahassee. Now, look, as of right now, no one from Congress has asked her to testify that we know of, but as we've seen in the past few days, this Epstein saga is far from over, and in fact, it appears to be heading into a new chapter. I'm Mike Magnoli, CBS 12 News.
What he just said right there, heading into a new chapter. It's crazy. Like, you got the whole Diddy situation that happened. Now, you still got to wait for his hearing. Now, this has come back to light. I'm going to tell, I said it, I'm going to say it again. Pay close attention, because there's 3 things that could possibly happen. Either all of a sudden, it's going to be breaking news, something happened to her while she was in jail. Breaking news, she's going to be pardoned. Or breaking news, she done gave up the names. Comment below what you think is going to happen. I say this, if she gets pardoned, y'all already know what the deal is. I honestly can't, I'm like a little bit, I don't really get shocked a lot. I get surprised, but I'm kind of shocked that they haven't, because I thought it was like she was in there and she just didn't want to talk. She didn't want to say nothing. I didn't know they haven't asked her. That's crazy to me. Pay close attention, y'all. Or it could be a fourth option where she says there is no list. Yeah, okay. Again, appreciate y'all coming over. This was shout out to CBS 12 News. Hold on. Let me look at some of the comments here. She will say he's not on the list, and then he will pardon her. Please, we know who her dad was. I don't. Other victims were young and often poor, and they became part of the whole thing. If she gets a pardon, Trump is toast. Someone said, you don't have to get people into the prison. You get guards to do it, or other prisoners. That's why I'm like, what is this guy talking about? You know how easy that is? They literally show it in movies. Someone said, protect this woman. We'll see. Hey, again, appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Peace out.